But I guess what I liked more about him is his credo to do whatever it is that you like, no matter how hard it can be. I think it's very important to do what it is that you love above anything. I think I live by that a lot. I don't live the most convenient lifestyle. However, it makes me happy. So I wanted to do what I wanted to do, like he did. Welcome back, everybody. This is Miss Y here, and I work for the Boys and Girls Club of LA Harbor. And today we're going to be talking about my friend and amazing artist, Vincent van Gogh. Van Gogh. So, and I'm going to say Van Gogh because it's just easier. So Vincent van Gogh is a Dutch post-impressionist painter who started painting towards the later years of his life. So at this time, it was kind of hard to hire people to sit to be your model. So he painted himself a lot. He was the selfie king, and he painted 43 portraits of himself within the span of the 10 years. He is very notorious or known to be very wild, very crazy. If you heard of Van Gogh, you heard that he cut his ear off. There's a lot of crazy things that happened in Van Gogh's life. However, he was an amazing artist. He did have a lot of mental issues. However, he wanted to use the last few years of his life doing what it is that he wanted to do, which is painting. So I wanted to cover him today, some of his influences, so we can honor an amazing artist and someone who's a huge influence in my life. So today I did a rendition of Van Gogh's olive trees and his Starry Night painting, which is what he's known for the most, Starry Night and his sunflowers. The Starry Night was actually painted when he was in an asylum, which he admitted himself to make sure that he's getting the help that he needed. What I liked about Van Gogh is that he did advocate a lot for mental health, because he did have a lot of issues himself, and this is why I kind of want to cover him today. With this weird time, I feel like it's important to do something that's going to make you guys feel better, and it's going to make you guys proud of yourself. And if Van Gogh can do it, you guys can too. So once again, this is a rendition, and the reason why there is a whole bunch of other stuff in the front is because Van Gogh was very inspired by Ukiyo-e prints, which are Japanese Woodblock prints, which you guys can look up. They're super nice. What I wanted to do is mix both. So in a lot of Ukiyo-e, you see a lot of trees, a lot of fish, a lot of landscapes. So for this one, I mixed his olive tree painting with an Ukiyo-e tree. And this one I mixed obviously Starry Night with some koi fish. Today we're going to be working on this one, but I will leave these and scanned and as a template for you guys to see if you guys want to try it out yourselves. What you'll need for this activity today is paper. Any paper will do, just make sure that if you are painting on thin paper, just not put too much water. Water, of course, watercolors, crayons, and any reference image you have for his images. So either on your phone, on a computer, so on and so forth. That's pretty much it. And the will to create. So let's get started. Once you're at this point and you have drawn the image, the Van Gogh's image in the back of your Ukiyo-e, you're gonna be getting crayons and you're gonna just basically like sketch or outline your drawing with crayons. With your crayons and your trusty image next to you, you want to go ahead and just follow the strokes that are in the image. So I know for sure in this one there's a lot of bigger strokes in the sun and then smaller strokes here in my foreground. So I would just go ahead and start with one color and follow the contours of what you're coloring. So my land is moving this way, I'm gonna do lines going up and down. And then my sun's going radial, I'm gonna do round radial lines. So you wanna follow the contours of your drawing. So I just quickly added my first tone of orange, which looks like this. And then I'm gonna go ahead with my other shade of orange, maybe some brown or some yellow, and fill it up. And I'm gonna switch my lines up. So these are all kind of the same length. I'm gonna do my brown ones a little longer. So, okay, this is what I have so far. Hope you guys get the gist of how it's supposed to look. Just like I said, a lot of streaks, a lot of colors. And it's okay if there's white, because wherever there's white, the watercolor will cover. So I'm gonna finish mine up and I'll show you guys how it looks when I'm done with this, and we'll be right back. When you're all done, everything should look like this. More or so. I know it looks like a hot mess right now, but as long as you got like the basic color everywhere, everything should go. You should be fine because the watercolor will help kind of bring everything together. I did, if you noticed, left the tree there because I'm going to treat these a little differently. Because his was really colorful, I'm going to make the colors very bright. I might mix some colors together. Ukiyo-e prints were very flat, so I'm going to paint this at the end with just a very flat wash, and I'm going to show you guys now. So we're going to get painting. So just have your water handy, a paper towel or just a shirt or anything, and your watercolor. So I'm using regular paper and nothing that's too absorbent, so I'm not gonna put a wash first. But if you have like watercolor paper, I suggest you put just water on your paper first and then go ahead and put the paint on top. But because I have regular like computer paper, I'm gonna just grab a brush, and once again with your image here ready to go, just pick up the color that you need. So I think I'm gonna do all my, I guess the foreground, just an orange, and then I'm gonna get a little bit colorful with my trees because I want those to stand out. So I'm gonna just get maybe this orange here. And any watercolor will do. I actually did my example with a kid, like a kid set, a child set of watercolor paint. It wasn't anything too fancy or expensive, and we're actually giving these sets out when we give out our art supplies. So you see, I'm just giving it just a flat wash of orange, a really pale orange, and I'm going to be getting more into detail with my trees. I'm going to give the trees different shades of brown because I want those to stand out more than anything. Looks like this so far. And once everything dries, you can always do another coat of paint, and it's going to look darker and more intense as it dries. Right now, because everything is wet, it's kind of dirty, but it's fine. So this is how it's looking so far, and I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep going. The last step is just to paint this a flat wash. So rather than giving it multiple colors or blending it, you're gonna just do a very flat, which means just like even wash of one color. I'm gonna get, for a flat wash, what's best is you have a whiter brush so you can get it all in one go so you don't have any streaks. So I'm gonna get my whitest brush. I'm gonna get the color that I like. So maybe this brown. And I'm gonna just really load up on this one. This one you don't really want it to be too dry, because then you're gonna get streaks. So I'm just loading up my brush and up to where I lift it, I can see the color. I'm gonna just go through. You want to commit all the way. I'm gonna go from the end to end, and that's the key to keeping your wash very flat. Is just committing. I'm gonna go from here to the very end. I added the brown. I'm gonna add the other brown that I like on top of it to get the color that I like. And I'm gonna do that to the whole thing. This is a nicer brown. And that's pretty much it. Change it to your liking, of course. You can make some colors if you like. With the koi fish, I did make some colors because I know that type of print does have like mixed colors, like here, and it has some gradients. This one, the tree that I saw, was very flat, so I kind of tried doing a little flat, but this one is a little bit more blended. And this one, like I said, I did Starry Night, so you can make here, but I found it easier to go this way with this one. And I did this in the same technique, crayons and watercolor. But this is pretty much it. If you guys want to do tissue paper, you can just get a tissue paper or TP if you have some extra laying around, and you do basically a little piece and then crumble it up. Or you can put it like on a pencil or something, or on something that has a little tip, and wrap it like this. And then put glue at the bottom and just like tack it on like that. And it should stick. I mean, obviously it's only sticking because of the paint, but you just glue it like that and it should work. So this is an assignment. It's very involved. It takes some time. However, I feel like it's very relaxing. It's really creative, and I hope you guys enjoyed some of the facts that you guys learned today about how we're influenced by a whole bunch of different types of art and are inspired to mix multiple influences in one piece like this one. So if you guys have any questions or want to share with me your work, please feel free to email me here, and get artsy, get creative, and we hope to see you guys soon. Bye.